welcome to my channel. I am Tori Lynn. Let's blossom today. I wanted to do something super fun, something that's a lot different than a lot of the other stuff going on in the makeup world on YouTube right now. I wanted to bring you guys kind of a 50s pinup housewife look. I have always loved the pinup style. In high school, there was a period of time, I think my junior year, maybe my senior year, can't remember now, where I wore like pinup hair every day. Haven't done pinup hair in a while, but I decided I wanted to bring you guys a fun 50s pinup look. I actually wore a look very similar to this last year, about this time last year. But this look is so much fun. It's really pretty. I'll also show you kind of the outfit I threw together for this, although the necklace I was going to wear broke, so, you know, that's not going to happen. But anyways, if you guys want to see how I did this makeup look, how I did my hair, and what I used to create this fun outfit, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and let's just jump into the video. So I'm thinking kind of like a 50s housewife makeup, pretty simple makeup. She usually doesn't have a lot of contour, but she's usually wearing like a brighter red lip and a softer eye with maybe some winged liner is kind of what I'm thinking today. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put my foundation and concealer and get all that ready because that's not of any real importance. Okay, so base is on. So let's go ahead and kind of bronze up the skin and that kind of stuff, work on those products. I'm going to go in with my NARS Diffused Bronzer in the shade Seaside. They didn't really wear a lot of like contour and that kind of stuff. They kept it pretty soft, maybe some blush. So we're going to do the same, keep it pretty soft with our contour. Just enough to add a little bit of warmth to the skin, which is why I chose the Diffused Bronzer. It's really pretty, but it is very soft. It's very diffused. Just leaves your skin with a little bit of warm glow. I honestly don't think that they contoured their nose back in the day, but I cannot go without contouring my nose. So I'm going to stick with my same bronzer, and I'm just going to contour the edges of the nose. I do kind of feel like in a lot of the pictures and stuff, a petite, slim nose was kind of the trend back then. I do want my cheeks to have a good little pop of rosiness to them, so I'm going to take my Morphe 9N palette. I don't believe that they sell this anymore, but they have lots of pretty blush palettes. And I'm going to take the reddest shade in the corner up here, and I'm going to pop that right on the apples of my cheeks. And I'm going to kind of work it back up onto the cheekbones. And then I'm also going to do just a little bit on the end of the nose. Yeah, like that. That's super cute. Okay. Now we're done with blush. For highlight, I'm going to go with my Mary Luminizer from The Balm. The Balm is all very like 50s themed makeup. I guess I could be kind of going off of Mary Lou as far as my inspiration goes. She's very cute. She's got the bright red lip like I was thinking. Not a lot of contour, not a lot of highlight. She does have some big lashes. And she may have a little nose contour on there. But again, she has a really slim little nose, which is kind of what we were going for. So I'm going to just take my Mary Lou here and highlight the cheekbones. I'm not going to go as ham as I would on a normal makeup day, I don't think. This is going to be a little bit softer, a little more natural. I'm kind of done with the skin. I'm just going to go and give my face a good set down. I'm going to be using the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Spray. Now I'm going to take my Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette and jump into the eyes. I'm going to start with the shade called Canna, nice taupey light brown. I'm going to work that shade in the crease. I'm going to go in with the slightly darker, more warm toned brown called Yodit. And I'm going to work that in that crease as well, just to add a little warmth in there, to darken things up a little bit. And I'm going to start to kind of feather that shadow up over the brow bone and do a more wing kind of look. I'm doing it very lightly, just kind of flicking the wrist to kind of drag that product out. I'm not, you know, pressing that brush down and dragging it. I'm kind of flicking it, if that makes sense. On a much smaller brush, I'm going to take the darkest brown shade in the palette called Kufaru, and I'm going to work that right in the outer V. I'm not really going to work it out the wing or up onto, you know, into that crease. I'm just going to keep it focused right on the outer V, right in the outer corner. I'm doing this look just because if you've watched my vlogs recently, then you know every year my town does like an old car cruise. Basically, it's a whole week of festivities. There's show and shines or car shows, and a couple drive-ins that everyone goes to and parks at, and then there's always a cruise Saturday night. Although this year there wasn't an organized cruise. A lot of people went out and sat on the side of the street where the drive-ins are, and we just kind of watched people cruise around, but there was no organized cruise this year. But I shouldn't say always, I typically like to dress up in kind of 50s pinup style, although my dad's cars are like 1930s cars. They're a little older than the 50s, but that's generally, I feel like, the style people think of when they think of old cars and stuff. They think of like the 50s style, so that's what we're going for, kind of a 50s housewife pinup-y kind of look. I just took a blending brush and blended that out just slightly. Now I'm going to take the white shade here in the palette called Zazz, and I'm just going to kind of dust that over the lid above the lashes. Now I'm going to set that palette down, and I'm going to grab my eyeliner. This is the Maybelline Master Precise All Day Liquid Eyeliner in the shade Black, and I'm just going to draw on a nice, good sized wing. I'm not going to make too small, I'm not going to go too big, just somewhere right in the middle. Those wings turned out so good, so happy with them. So now I'm gonna go and take my mascara and give my lashes a nice good coat. I'm just gonna be using the NARS Climax mascara. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some lashes on. These are our Dell Wispies. They're one of my favorite pairs of beautiful lashes. They have a little bit of an outward taper, just a little bit. And they're just really wispy and pretty and magical, so I'm going to go ahead and throw those on real fast. So obviously lashes are still drying. You probably see a little bit of lash glue in there. Now I'm going to take, this is one of my favorite red lip combos. It's the Jante Blue lip liner in the shade Brown Sugar, and then topped off with, this is an e.l.f. liquid lipstick in the shade Brett. It's actually a plumping lipstick, so it does have some tingling sensation to it. But these two make one of the prettiest reds. Maybe it's not even a liquid lipstick. Maybe it's just a really tinted lip gloss. I can't remember. I've had this for quite a few years, like years and years. And I only typically wear it during the holiday season or for special things like this where I need a pretty red lip. I have some other red lips, but this one has that beautiful candy red gloss to it that I think will look really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and align my lips with the lip liner, except it needs to be sharpened. So now that I have that lip liner on, I'm going to go ahead and top it off with the red e.l.f. Lippy. See how pretty that red is? It's just so deep and glossy and pretty. It's one of my favorite, all-time favorite red lip combos. Every time I wear it, I'm like, wow, that is so pretty. The only thing is you have to kind of let it settle down or it gets on your teeth if you smile too much and talk too much. But okay, so now that we're done with the lips. Let's move into the hair. So I have already curled my hair and then I just pinned it back a little bit ago. So my hair's already curled. Yeah, I'm just gonna take my brush and brush through my curls real fast. I do have a video on how I curl my hair like this. I will link it down in the description box below. But literally just brush my hairbrush through it. And then I kind of like to smooth it out with my hands. And then it's also a good way to pull out any loose hairs that are ready to go. And now I think I want to make some victory rolls. I made some victory rolls in a video recently where I basically did the same hairstyle I'm going to do today. So basically what I do, if you don't have a specific part, then pick a place where you'd like to part, typically off center. I don't think that a center part was really a 50s pinup style, but so I'm just gonna go with my standard part, which is pretty far over. Not super far, but far enough. And then I'm gonna take my bang section of hair. These baby hairs, I will probably just have to spray in there because I don't think they're going to do what I want them to do. So then I'm going to take the hair and I'm going to kind of find the curl on the end. I'm going to grab those end hairs. But I usually like to start by trying to coil that hair up as best I can. If you can't, I will show you another trick on how to coil the hair a different way. So if you can't coil the hair, then here's what we're going to do. Here's another trick. You're going to take your hair strand. You're gonna grab it between these two, your pointer and your middle finger, and then you're gonna grab the ends. Then you're going to turn it, and you're gonna take your other two fingers and stick behind it on top. So you should have a little bit of end sticking out of those first two fingers. You're going to flip them, take those other two fingers, and kind of pin those ends between the backs of your fingers and the hair strand. And then you're just going to what we call barrel curl up the strand, taking turns with your fingers, kind of rotating them. Okay, once you get up so far, you're going to grab that little barrel curl thing that you've got going on, and then you're going to coil up the hair on your own. Sometimes it does take me a few times of getting it right because the curls just don't want to lay quite right. So once you've got that nice little kind of pinwheel thing going on, you're going to go ahead and start to secure it to the head. Now obviously I'm going to kind of pin or spray these hairs back a little bit. And if you wanted to pin this so it was a little bit tighter, that is a-okay. I think I'm going to, because I think it will look better pinned tighter to the scalp there. And I'm going to do the same to this side as well. I'm going to match about the same size section, or the same section that I did on the other side. And I'm going to take it back. I'm going to kind of smooth it just to work with those little baby hairs a little bit. Smooth it back. If you want to back comb it because this section's a little smaller, you absolutely can. Now I'm just going to kind of pinwheeling or pin curling would actually be the right term for it, this side. And I'm going to match it. And I'm going to just pin this side down as well. Once you've pinned it to where you feel it's secure and it looks the way you're wanting it to, go ahead and give everything a good spritz down. I'm going to pearl the rest of my hair forward and kind of tousle my curls a little bit, get them the way I like them. And there you have it. Those are two victory rolls. Now I'm gonna get dressed and I will show you guys my outfit. Obviously you're not gonna be able to see my whole body, so I'll have to step back for that. I threw on this turquoisey teal kind of full button cardigan. Typically I would button it all the way to the top, except for I have a pearl necklace that I was gonna wear that I can't get on without my husband, and he is not home at the moment. Had to go without the pearl necklace. So I ended up leaving just one button unbuttoned. I'm just wearing that black tank top that I was wearing earlier. And then I'm wearing this super thick, it's actually kind of a really stretchy belt with a nice big black circle belt buckle. And then I'm wearing this midi length skirt. It's pleated all the way around the top, so it kind of gives it that nice, large, flowy, cute length. It does come a couple inches below the knee. It also has pockets, which is great. Obviously not a requirement, but like that's perfect. And I am wearing what you can't see, but a pair of just simple Mary Jane shoes. These shoes are super comfortable. I don't wear heels very often, so I thought that, you know, these are pretty classic, timeless looking shoes, and they're also very comfortable, so they work pretty well with this outfit. Let me know what you guys think about this whole look down below. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.